Hello. Okay, so today I just wanted to talk about my story about how I got into FIT, how I heard about FIT and everything. So I applied for the one-year associate's degree program for FBM, which is Fashion Business Management. So I'm not like a traditional, I just came out of high school, first year kind of, no. I have already been in college for 2 years now. And when I first went to college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I did play volleyball in high school, so I was like, I'm just gonna continue with that and see what happens. So I went to a school where I could play volleyball in college and did that for a little bit. And while I was in that school also, I did an internship. So the internship was in January, called J-Term. So the whole month of January, that's basically students get that month off to do an internship for school credit. So I chose to do mine in New York City with an acting coach, and I planned this for 2 years. I tried to do it my first year, but I wasn't able to. So I did it my second year. Okay, so it's January of my sophomore year. So me and my mom fly up to New York, and we hang out for a couple of days, and then it's time for her to leave. And I freak out. I didn't think I could do it. I didn't know really what I was doing, so I was very terrified, and I really wanted to go home. And it was just like those negative thoughts just coming into my mind, just self-doubt really. So I also wrote a lot in a journal during the whole month, and I still do to this day, write in journals, and I really felt like that helped me a lot. And I wrote down my experiences, and now I can look back and see everything I did, how I was feeling, and just my life at that point in time. So then there was one day I remember I was just walking around Chelsea. Where I was staying, I was on 34th Street, so right in the Chelsea neighborhood, and I was going to find this bagel shop, and I kept walking. And then I came across this building, and it said Fashion Institute of Technology. I was like, interesting. So I looked more into it. I really, something in my brain just finally clicked, and I was like, I have to be here. This is speaking to me for some reason. I just had to be here. But I couldn't bring myself to actually go in and talk to admissions. I was already in the city. I live 10 hours away from New York, so I was like, it's now or never. But I couldn't bring myself to do it. Then, literally the next day, I met this person, and we instantly connected. I just felt like I could tell him everything. It was just crazy, so crazy. And then I brought up about FIT and how I walked by there, but I couldn't bring myself to go into admissions. So, and then he was like, you know what, just go for it. You never know what could happen. You never know, if you want it that bad, just, make it your reality. Something along those lines. And I was like, you're right. He just gave me so much hope within myself. I know that sounds crazy for someone, it shouldn't take someone to say something to you to make you want to do something. But I don't know, I just, honestly, it just changed my life, literally. So, and then the next day, I went in, talked to admissions and everything, and then I literally thought it could actually be a possibility. But my school, it was really hard, so it goes, it's really hard to transfer out of. So I was kind of, scared about that. And then I looked more into it, and it was just whatever, I'll see if any of my credits will transfer. And literally most of all my credits transferred, and that's how I was able to get on the fast track, or apply for the fast track. So I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. So I had a lot of hype going off of that. And then so for FBM, part of the application, so first of all, you have to apply through SUNY, which is the State University in New York. And then, so you had to apply through them. Then you had to apply to FIT. So with FIT's application, so let me remind you, I was doing all of this at the last minute because the deadline for everything was February 1st. So we're talking like January 15th. I was like, oh my God, like it's now or never. Like, let's go. Plus, I was doing all this on top of my internship. So I had to wait a couple of days for the SUNY application to go through, then apply to FIT. So with FIT's application for the FBM program, Fashion Business Management, I had to, I don't know what all these like dust particles are doing. Oh my God. Okay. So I had to, why are they flying around? Like, stop. Okay. So I had to write an essay. So a 1-page essay, you know, it gave me a couple questions to answer, and I was just like, you know, explaining my experience with like why fashion really interested me and where I possibly got my start and any interests that I've had or experiences throughout my life. I wrote about that, and I was just genuinely myself. And, you know, and I told them like what I wanted to do with my life in the fashion industry. And and I just explained that and submitted that, then submitted my college transcript, had to call my school, and I had them send over like my unofficial transcript just so they could get my credits and everything. And then I realized I hadn't taken an English class yet, and that was one of the requirements to get into the fast track 1 year. So I had to change my my spring semester at my current school, so I had to call them and talk to them about that and everything. So I did that, got that situated, and then everything was done. Like, I submitted, and I was like, oh my God, this is great. Like, I did it before the deadline or on the day of the deadline. And I kept in contact with them. Like, I literally like was making sure they got everything. I was like, hi, yes, I just submitted my application. I was just making sure you guys got it. Or, yeah, I just talked to my school. They're sending over my transcript right now, blah, 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 stuff like that. I was just really I communicated with them a lot during, like, you know, February 1st up until the deadline of, like, if you knew you got accepted or not. So then it's like, I don't know, February 4th, and they needed my high school transcript. And I freaked out because I had no idea. It was 2 years since I, you know, had been in high school, and I was like, oh my God, my high school transcript, what? Like, I don't have that. Like, it's been 2 years. And I called them about it, and I was like, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Make me be delayed or not, or put on like the wait list. And I was terrified. So I immediately got in contact with my high school, talked to them about everything, had them send over my high school transcript through mail. They couldn't do it electronically. I don't know why, but I couldn't do it electronically, so it couldn't get there like almost instantly. And had to wait a couple days. And then so I kept in contact with them. You know, March rolls around, and then I'm kind of getting a little bit antsy because April 1st is like if you know if you got in or not. So, and then I see FIT's Instagram page, and they posted a picture of like, make sure you tag hashtag FIT welcome when you get your letter and everything. And I was like, oh my God, this is what it looks like. Like, I'm freaking out. And then, so funny enough, my spring break was the week prior to like the first week of April. So that whole week while I was home, I kid you not, as soon as I saw the mail truck, I literally ran up to the mailbox, and like literally there was butterflies in my stomach. I was so nervous. And so I slowly opened the mailbox, and there was nothing inside. So I was like, darn it, like, that's great. But I have a couple more days. But as each day went on, I got like more and more, like, I lost hope more and more because it wasn't in there. And I was like, oh my God, like, and will they send me like a decline letter as well? Like, I didn't know. So, and then now I'm back at school, and it's April 1st, and I'm in my night class. But all throughout the day, I was texting my family. I was like, have you guys checked the mail? Has the mail come yet? Can you please go check? Like, was it in there? And nobody really was like getting back to me and everything. So I was like, either it's in there and they're, you know, waiting till they're all together to like do something, or I didn't get in and they don't want to tell me yet because whatever, like, I don't know, they just didn't want to tell me. And so I'm in my night class and I'm texting my mom and I'm like, Mom, tell me, I need these nerves to just like go away. And so, but then once I got out, I called my mom. She didn't really answer. So I texted her and I was like, can you like call me? She ends up sending me this video message and it's of her like, and my brother and my sister in the house walking around going out to the mailbox. And they didn't even get to the mailbox. So I was like, what is this? Like, I don't understand. Like, what? And so then she was like, oh, it's not the one you wanted. And so I was like, oh God, like, what does this mean? And so she sends me the other one and it's her opening up the mailbox and then her screaming because it says congratulations like on the envelope. And then literally while all this was happening, I was walking to my friend's dorm and I walked by these couple of people and like, I literally screamed, cried, and then fell to the floor. Like, I was so excited. I was so happy. It was crazy. So crazy. I couldn't believe it was happening. I was super excited. And so then, you know, April 27th was Admitted Students Day. So I went there instant, like, I just, like, the whole entire time, I just felt amazing. I met some really cool people. I learned so much about the school. And I can't wait to start in the fall. I'm so excited to learn so many amazing things and meet so many incredible people and just learn so much and just grow in, you know, multiple ways. So I'm so excited for the opportunity and I can't wait. And if you guys have any questions about anything, just leave comments below and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.